I married the nicest, most caring, chivalrous man I'd ever met. Left me penniless because I got cancer. I can't be with a sick person, he said. I met the kindest, nicest man ever, and then when I was in the hospital, he left me, no contact, and I got a letter in the mail 3 months later saying, I love you, but I've decided to divorce you. Something about how my health issues were too much for him to handle.
Part 2 from the last video, with the signs not there before marriage. That's my title, but this is just like, watch this before becoming a single mom. And did somebody lace your weed, or did you forget we're back with another video? So we're gonna continue on this topic. Let me scroll up a bit. Yeah, we're gonna continue on this topic. Let's see what other craziness. Like, maybe I won't be pausing after every clip because y'all know I always got something to say.
Coming from somebody who has been a stay-at-home girlfriend for 3 years, it's not the life you want. And when I say stay-at-home wife, mom, girlfriend, whatever, I mean you are relying solely on your partner's income. But I saw a quote a long time ago, and I wish I listened to it. If you give a man the power to feed you, he also has the power to starve you. But when I tell you there was no amount of gifts, trips, nothing.
You see, I don't know how I feel about that quote, because I promise you there's relationships out here where the man is providing for the woman and the kids, and they're not trying to do that. If you link up with a dude, or just anybody in general, because I be trying to act like women don't be on the same type of time. But when it comes to finances, like, I guess mainly the man is in control. But that's the key thing, control. If you're with somebody who is controlling and wants to be controlling, they like to be in the control, they get a power trip off of that, then yes, you're going to find yourself in a situation like that. But if you become partners with somebody who doesn't care about being, like, doesn't have a power trip when it comes to being control, or feel like they're superior and you're inferior, you're not going to run into this problem.
Truly made me happy, and honestly, I convinced all of you that I was living the life. I feel like that's what a lot of women do. They try to convince themselves and everybody else that they're enjoying their life of not having anything for themselves. I was showing you guys this nice apartment, my daily Target runs, I was going crazy every single day. And there is a lawyer on TikTok, but she said the divorce rate with stay-at-home moms and wives is very, very high. It's kind of the same story every time on why they're filing for divorce. The man says, you don't have to work, just stay with me. All you gotta do is take care of the family. To a lot of you guys, that would be music to your ears. If he is paying for your whole life and you don't have any income at all, there will start to be a resentment. I'm just glad I was young. I didn't have any kids. I was not married. I was able to.
Why would there be a resentment though? If all you're doing is bringing in money and she's taking care of the kids, she doesn't ask you to do any chores. She makes sure the house tip top safe, and she uses your money to pay off the bills, to pay off the insurances, make sure everything is running smoothly. I don't see how you can resent somebody for that. Because all you're doing is bringing in the money and she's taking care of everything else. Y'all know life is a lot more than finances, right? We all know that. You got to budget the money. Oh, I still made it about money. Life is more about finances, this mental well-being, this emotional well-being, this physical, there's a lot of more aspects out of money. So if all you're doing, if anything, she's probably doing more work. If all you're required to do is to bring in the money, and she's holding down everything else. She helping the kids with the homework. She making sure your money is getting put in the right investments. So I don't see how you can resent somebody like that, because she's taking the load off of you. Because all you have to do is make the money, and she's taking care of everything else. So how? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Because realistically, I don't see how somebody can resent somebody for that. I don't. Because life is a lot more than, because you make this money. We all have been in a position where we made money before. We make the money, and then what? We want to spend it, right? Or like take care of our expenses or whatever. But she's handling all of that. So how can you resent her? The only thing I can think of, she's not handling shit. I could see that. Damn, I'm bringing in the money and you're not doing. I could see that, but you holding it down. I don't know how. The only thing I could think is he settled and he didn't really want to be with her. that goes for anybody who settles. Like no matter what you do, if somebody settled for you, I feel like a resentment is it's small one lingering around. It's gonna linger.
Start my life before I wasted more years just staying in the house. Being in a relationship where you know you will have nothing when you leave, or if this person ever leaves, that's not gonna feel good, you know? And also something else I didn't like about having my life completely funded, you kind of have to let them do.
Another thing for women, don't do this stay-at-home stuff unless y'all married. Because if he break up with you, you're getting nothing, like zero. At least if y'all married and he filed for a divorce, you can get half. You're gonna do this stay-at-home and give up any chance of income, or not even try to invest, like, because you could be stay-at-home, but she could have been investing the money. Bro, I don't know what her situation is, but to be the stay-at-home girlfriend and not make no income, you lost your mind. You're putting yourself at risk, because at the very least, if y'all are married, y'all get a divorce, like he's done with you, you getting half at the very least. So nah, I wouldn't sign up for that as a girl.
Whatever they want. To like go about things differently and tolerate a lot of BS because your life is on the line. And as delusional as I was, I knew that I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Once you add kids into the equation, you're probably never gonna leave. Because once you pop out that kid, that's when you really sign a death contract. Like, you can't go back now. Because if you leave, not only do you have to fend for yourself, you have to fend for an innocent life too. So you're definitely not leaving if you have no income. I ain't doing no wrestling. Getting back into the workforce is not easy. Go ahead and do your research. And I'm pretty sure you're thinking, oh, I could just get alimony. That's like a unicorn. Do you know how much money that man makes? Did you make him sign a prenup? Because you will get comfortable staying at home, not doing shit. And then before you know it, 10 years passes by.
You see, that's what a man would resent a woman for that. Like, he bringing money and she don't do nothing. Like, you don't make sure, like, for my laundry, cook, nothing. I could see a man resenting, because I would resent a man if I'm taking care of the house, I'm cooking, I'm making everything straight, and he don't make bread. I mean, obviously, how would I be in a situation like that? But y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's a partnership. Relationships are partnerships. It's not one person do one thing. The only relationships where that work is for your child. That's the only relationships where a person doesn't have to do anything to sustain the relationship. Because if I just pop out a baby, why would I expect my baby to do anything for me? Anything. They're completely dependent on me. So I give, and they take, and that's okay, because that's my baby. But nah, like, you don't do that with somebody you're romantically involved with. You don't do that with your friend or family members. Only with your kid.
You got kids. Your husband's cheating on you with a younger woman. Are you going to stay, or are you going to take your kids, get a divorce, get a job? Staying home and taking care of the kids and the house, I think that's outdated. We're in a different time now. I do believe a man should provide, but I do believe that you should have your own income too. I'm just going to be real. I think all men cheat, especially if they have money. They have access to hundreds of women that look better than you. That might be controversial, but it's the truth. So I don't think that putting your whole life into a man's hands is a good idea right now. I'm just being real, and I'm just trying to look out for the young women who are planning their whole lives around being a stay-at-home wife. And I hope that there are some stay-at-home wives, moms, girlfriends watching this. I hope you guys can put your pride aside and back me up in the comments and tell them I'm right. Anyways, I hope you guys listen to me, even though you probably won't.
Men will...
Look, I want to say this, though. I do appreciate her making that video. It's like a warning. I wouldn't take everything that she just said as law, though. However, I'm glad she made it, because people don't know what's up.
Stay in the unhappiest of unhappy marriages so long as that marriage continues to be convenient for him. But men in seemingly happy marriages will leave very quickly, like if she gets sick. I want to read you some comments from a thread on one of my videos. I married the nicest, most caring, chivalrous man I'd ever met. Left me penniless because I got cancer. I can't be with a sick person, he said. I met the kindest, nicest man ever, and then when I was in the hospital, he left me, no contact, and I got a letter in the mail 3 months later saying, I love you, but I've decided to divorce you. Something about how my health issues were too much for him to handle. I've been abandoned postpartum because I'm having trouble keeping up with chores. Mine divorced me when I got sick too. My paychecks dried up. I wasn't useful anymore. 15 years of that facade. I got abandoned for a spinal injury. I believed he was my best friend. We'd been together for well over a decade. Mine was horrible, life-altering, 10-month-long depression. Married 35 years, got diagnosed with lupus 5 years ago. He left last year.
Damn.
Mine left when I was getting chemo because he didn't feel loved. When I was in grade school, my teacher got pancreatic cancer and had a special needs son. The husband left her for a mistress during treatment. My auntie stayed with her cheating husband while he was sick and took care of him. The moment he got better, he left her and their child. 11 years, 3 living children, and 1 who passed. I had a vestibular disorder and refused to go gamble and to bars, so he cheated. He asked me to stay somewhere else to recover for my hysterectomy due to cancer because it was negative to be around me recovering from cancer and surgery. You need to understand that when men take those vows of in sickness and health, they mean their sickness and your good health.
If you're man,
I just want to say it's not all men, but yes, that does happen. My ex had an uncle who did that shit. Like it's crazy. It does happen, and I could play devil's advocate because you can say you down for whatever until you get put into a certain position. Because let's say a year within your marriage, your partner lose both of their legs. Like, look, I'm not even trying to be funny or but like ideally you wouldn't think you would be. It's the same thing like your partner goes to jail. It's the same exact thing. It's not sickness, but it's the same thing. You get with somebody and then they go to jail. Like, dang, you probably thinking you didn't sign up for that. Or you get with somebody and they paralyzed from the waist down. I mean, and I'm not saying this is right. It's not right at all. But I can understand somebody signing up for something and then something happens in the situation that they didn't expect to happen. And they realize, damn, I really can't deal with it. Because I preach this all the time. You don't know if you can handle something until you're put in that position. So right now, you could be saying, oh, I would not leave my partner if they were paralyzed from the waist down. But when you get in that position, you might start changing your mind. It's the truth. It's the truth for everything. I say the same thing with snitching. People, I would never snitch. I was never snitch. They facing life without parole. Their ass is going to sing. So I can get that. Like, not just men. I'm pretty sure women, like, do it too. Like, if their partner was paralyzed, like, they have a military husband, like, they leg got blown off, or, like, I don't know. They become, what's that? I don't know. Something can happen to you where like you like 100% dependent on another person. Like their husband could be caught in a situation like that, and they're like, "Bro, I did not sign up for this." But we do though. Ideally, we will hope that does not happen, but it does. So, I think it is kind of selfish though. Like, especially if it's a situation where they can recover from. Like, I think cancer is one of them. Like, I could get breast cancer. Okay, maybe I'm doing chemo. I don't know what's the longevity, but let's say they caught it early. Like, even if for example, if I broke my leg, okay, I can't do for like maybe like 3 months. If something as minor as that would cause you to cheat and want to divorce me, I'm not really fucking with you. But I can understand a little bit more if it's something like some long-term illness, long-term thing that I can never undo. I can see. Now, I'm not saying it's right. But I can see that. And I'm not trying to play devil's. I am playing devil's advocate, but I'm not saying it's excusable. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying it's excusable because I like to go by the book, and God says, I think one of the only reasons why you should leave your husband or your wife is because they cheated. Not because they lost a leg. Not because they got cancer. Because they cheated. That's the only reason why you should leave them. So, If you want it, you gotta really stand on that. Like I said, it's not ideal, but it's life. So we gotta stand on that. Everybody. She just listed men, but like everybody, like gotta stand on it. Like you going marriage is just not for you if that's not your thing. It's just not. We like to make marriage so romanticized and like, oh, it's this fun thing. We have this partner for the rest of our life. Yes, that's the beautiful side of marriage, but people don't like to talk about this side. Like, that's a hard thing to deal with. If I have a man and like he has not a terminal illness, but like some type of illness, like he's not gonna recover until like 7 years from now. Damn. And I'm raising kids. That's rough, but that's a part of it.
Tells you to be a stay-at-home mom, don't do it unless he's like a millionaire. Straight up. Because I used to work. Now I don't work. But then I get yelled at because I'm spending money. Yeah. It's not working out for me. It's not. I don't like when a man tells me how and when to spend my money. Now, here's the argument that we're having. Okay?
You see, I wouldn't have done this. Because if she wasn't with that man and she wanted to tell her story, okay. But I can't even imagine like being the man and I'm already pissed off. I don't think it's right that he's mad at her for this. Because like I said, when y'all in a relationship, it's y'all's money. That's even something I need to like understand too. Because when I make my own money, I'm a little bit possessive. Like, if I've ever spent money on you, I really care for you. Like, I'm not a penny pincher, but like I've been like this since a kid. I love to make money. I don't spend it that much. It's mine. The fuck, like, it's mine. That's something even me personally I'm trying to break out of. I can admit that. But now when y'all in a relationship, y'all are unified. I don't think this is valid for him to be mad at her for this. But this is a bad move on her part because this man is already mad at her, and she goes online and makes a video about this shit. I mean, damn. Not because y'all feel me. Like, imagine you mad at your partner, you mad at your man, you mad at your girl for something. And then the next thing you find out, they made a TikTok about it. Do you want to fight?
He's saying that I worked, but at the end of the year, I don't have a lot of money saved up. He's right. He is right because I spent money. But baby, I paid for the birthday parties. I helped out with the rent. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay? I bought our daughter clothes. I paid for Disneyland twice. I bought shoes, shirts, clothes, toys, eating out, coffee runs. Because I'm just an independent woman. When I was working, like, I never was like, hey, I went to Target and I spent $100 on our daughter. Give me money. Never. Now that I'm not working, I'm stubborn. I still spend my own money. He gave me his credit card. And I do swipe it here and there, you know, for gas. Yes, baby. But I guess because I'm a Latina, I don't know. I still use my money and he gets mad. I gotta go back to work because I just can't. I cannot do this. Like, we just got in a big argument about spending money.
You see, this is what I mean. This is going to backfire.
I said, do you know that Middle Eastern men, pay for everything? He got so mad he walked out the house. Like, I really hurt him.
That would piss me off too. Like I said, he shouldn't be mad about this in the first place. Honestly, I feel that he shouldn't be mad about that in the first place because it's y'all's money at the end of the day. So if same way how y'all share a house, y'all might share a car, y'all share a bed, it's y'all's. It's community of two. You feel me? But now I would be blown if I argue with a man and he's like, you know, women from down south, they don't act like this. Like, she looking to fight. Like, he gonna fight her.
I shouldn't have said that.
No domestic, but
if your man is not a millionaire, don't be a stay-at-home mom. You guys are gonna fight about money. I swear. Unless he's not that type and he don't care. But mine obviously does. We're trying to save up for a house. I get it. But it's like, my 1-year-old, her birthday's next week. I want to have a party for her. My 5-year-old, her birthday is in May. and she wants to have a party and invite her kindergarten friends. What are we gonna say? I told him, I was like, let's just not have parties then. Let's just not have parties. Girl, we went to Walmart yesterday. Her birthday theme is Bluey. Yes, and I wanted like a birthday banner that said happy birthday with Bluey decor on it. It was $5, and he's like, no, we don't need that. Granted, he's right, but I'm like, it's so cute. He's like, we don't need that. He let me buy the Bluey plates. He's like, what do we need that for? I was like, what do you mean for the cake? He's like, you already bought plates and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but these are Bluey plates. Ugh, I just can't.
She clearly going through it. So I think main thing, you just have to know your person before. Like, you have to see if there's signs. Are they controlling? Because this is behaviors of a controlling person. Only a controlling, because financial abuse, yes, that's a thing. When we think of abuse, we only think of physical, sexual, verbal, and emotional. Financial abuse is a thing. Parents do that to their kids. Not I said it like all parents. Some parents do that to their kids, but the main breadwinner of the relationship can do that to their partner. That's how, I said this already, that's how a lot of domestic violence victims stay stuck in that situation. Because they're controlling the money. And money is how we survive in this world. So, message everybody, make sure you're not with a controlling partner. This is for men and women. Stay safe out here, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.